So after watching Godzilla Kong The New Empire and seeing Shimu and Scar King's powers, a thought crossed my mind: who are the strongest titans we've seen so far in the Monsterverse? And where would these two Alpha Titans rank within them? So follow me today as we discuss who the 10 strongest titans in the Monsterverse are. So without further ado, let us begin. First, I will start with some honorable titan mentions, which go to the 2014 Mutos, Methuselah, Tiamat, and everyone's favorite flying fiery reptile, Rodan. Now onto the actual list. As for our number 10, we have a tie between two evil big monkeys, one of them being the latest villain of the Monsterverse in Scar King, and the other being the ancient Kong, the rival. These two are definitely some of the strongest titans in the Monsterverse. The reason for them being both this low on the list: for the case of the rival, while he indeed managed to defeat Godzilla, it was a much weaker Godzilla than the current one. Heck, he might not have even been the king of the monsters at that point. At that point, it was very likely that the Alpha Titan was actually Dagon, the other Godzilla Titan we've met in the Monsterverse. That said, we still know that the rival is one of the strongest monsters in the Monsterverse, through Godzilla's own thought process, who compares him to many of the monsters he fights. As for Scar King, we learned through the movie that he is a huge fraud. Bro started going blow for blow with Kong, but after seeing Kong was actually stronger than him, he decided to jump him with his fellow apes and then threw him against Shimu. Throughout the movie, and major spoilers, you have been warned, Bro is shown throughout the entirety of the movie being inferior to Kong in terms of strength. And we also learned that, like the rival, he fought a much younger Godzilla in the past. But unlike the rival, Scar King actually lost to Goji, who sealed him off with his entire army on Hollow Earth. So yeah, while the rival might have been stronger than Scar King, Scar with his ape army places him on a similar placement at our number 10. At number 9, we have the Alpha Titan Kamisad, a bat-like creature that fought Prime Kong during the events of King of the Monsters. Kamisad is stated to be an Alpha Titan, which puts him above everyone in the honorable mentions. And the fact that he could take control of some of Ghidorah's storms to add to his already insane levels of power cements his placement here. That, and he only lost to Kong due to Kong taking a more physical approach to their fight, which to be honest is a feat of in itself, with Kong being one of the top tiers in the verse in regards to strength, and Kamisad was able to keep up with him. At 8, we have probably the most controversial position in the entire list, but regardless of your thoughts, Mechagodzilla goes here. Listen, before you all rage, allow me to explain why. The mechanical nightmare, while possessing a threat unlike any the other two Alpha Titans have ever faced, he faced off against them while they were stated to be below half of their strength. Like, I am not even making this up. He only overpowered and exhausted and hurt Godzilla. Goji wasn't even at full power in the beginning of the story, and neither was Kong, both of which were extremely hurt after their extensive battles. Godzilla primarily had depleted a big portion of his power drilling a hole to Hollow Earth before fighting Kong and later fighting Mecha. Furthermore, a depleted Godzilla had better feats of strength and durability than a Mecha, as shown by both taking hits from a supercharged axe, with one getting folded while the other asked for more. So yeah, Mecha is far weaker than people think, yet he is still one of the top 10 strongest titans we have seen in the Monsterverse. At number 7, we have yet another super controversial ranking in this list. And yes, I did put Mothra above Mecha, for various reasons I am now going to explain. For one, she is referred as the queen of all monsters, and second only to Godzilla himself. She was capable of defeating Rodan while being nerfed by his flames, as stated in the novelization. She was one of the very few titans that was able to face off against Ghidorah and was able to ignore his alpha call. And in the new movie, spoilers again my friends, in the new movie she was capable of soloing several great apes and stagger the likes of Shimu to aid Godzilla. She is without a doubt one of the toughest and most powerful titans within the Monsterverse, and she is Goji's ride or die. Number 6 comes in the form of the big monkey himself, Kong, who by this point should have his OG name as King Kong. Not only is he stated as the only threat to Godzilla's rule during Godzilla vs. Kong, but he's also named along Goji as the top 2 titans on Earth during Godzilla vs. Kong. He defeated Kamisat and ignored Ghidorah's alpha call. During the new movie, he was shown to be the current strongest great ape, overpowering Scar King on multiple occasions and defeating multiple members at the same time. With his new gauntlet, he was even capable of knocking out Godzilla momentarily, as well as enduring both of Shimu and Godzilla's beams. With both his axe and gauntlet, he is a true menace to be reckoned with, a true rival to Godzilla, stated throughout both of their movies. At number 5, we have a guy that is here only through speculation, and that is the previous king of the monsters, Goji's dad or older brother or whatever, Dagon. He was the king of the monsters before Goji's reign, which would put him above all titans at the moment, and being part of Goji's species meant he likely had all of Goji's current abilities, which would likely put him above all the previous mentions. And sure, yeah, this might be reaching, but I'm a proud, biased member of Team Gojira. At number 4, we have the guy that killed Dagon and nearly killed Godzilla himself, and that is the Muto Prime, the wild hulking Muto, whose blows could shift tectonic plates. He, like all the Mutos, is a natural counter to Godzilla, showcased in both of his fights, but aside from that, is said to be one of the physically strongest titans in the Monsterverse, so strong in fact that the Outer stated he could bully both Kong and Mechagodzilla. He isn't higher than the Goji Man himself due to him having various hacks that work specifically against Godzilla species, as well as the fact that it was stated that Godzilla in fact is stronger than him. And this is a list of who is the strongest, not necessarily who beats who. That, and coupled with the fact that Godzilla has gotten stronger over the movies, yeah, number 4 it is. And at number 3, we have the newest integration to the Monsterverse lore, the titan who rivals the Goji Man himself, Shimu. Shimu is definitely the biggest alpha titan we've seen on screen, and is stated to have been the one who caused the Ice Age. She was also stated to have the power to freeze the world over, which easily puts her on those multi-continental levels of power casually. She easily defeated Kong, overpowering him with ease on 2 different occasions during the movie, and was capable of going blow for blow with the evolved Godzilla. The only reason as to why she is still only number 3 and not higher despite this is due to her not having an all-out fight with the Goji Man himself, with Godzilla actually only trying to free her from, spoiler, Scar King's control, because the moment she was freed, she immediately recognized Godzilla as the alpha and did exactly as he said, meaning that the Goji Man is still the top dog in the Monsterverse currently. And number 2, to no one's surprise, is the devil himself, the only being to disrespect Goji's alpha status in such a vile way, the space terror himself, King Ghidorah. This electrical super regenerating space dragon is, to this day, the strongest enemy the Monsterverse has seen until further information is revealed. Ghidorah, after supercharging himself, was capable of killing Mothra in one blast. He was also capable of easily defeating base Godzilla. He was passively creating cyclones that if left unchecked would have ended the world. He had all monsters aside from the big 3 of Mothra, Goji, and Kong following his every command. He was so strong indeed that it took Godzilla going fully nuclear, entering into his burning state to finally put an end to this cosmic terror. Like, I don't think I need to explain who number 1 is, but for the sake of the glaze, I will. At number 1 is none other than the GOAT, Gamera. Joking, but not for real. I wish Gamera was on the Monsterverse. Then Goji would have a true alpha rival. So, at number 1 is none other than Godzilla himself. He is the king of monsters, the alpha of all alphas, the one everyone fears. He easily toyed with Kong throughout the entire movie, and in their rematch, he overpowered Kong and was about to kill him if not for Mothra. He went toe-to-toe with Shimu while holding back and was the titan who finally put an end to Ghidorah. Granted, it was burning Godzilla and we don't know for sure if this new evolved form is close to the level of power, which I don't really think so, but still, burning Goji is top dog in the Monsterverse, without a doubt. Until we finally get Destroya in the Monsterverse, Please, please give us Destroyer. Or Space Godzilla, I don't care. Please. So yeah, number 1 goes to Gojira. If you like this type of content, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. Please like and subscribe to the Fictional Matrix, and see you all on the next video on the Fictional Matrix. God bless you all.